Hello friends, PATCHADS Ricky here, back again with another calisthenics video, and today I'm going to be talking about the 5 reasons why you can't do a strict muscle up. Now I know that the strict muscle up can take time, up to a year, but if you know the correct training techniques, then this time could be sliced in half. Cha-ching! So before I begin, be sure to smash the like button and hit the subscribe button, as I'll be doing more videos like this one. Okay, so the first reason why you can't do a strict muscle up is simply because you're not squeezing your glutes. Now, why is that important? Because when you squeeze your glutes, you're having body tension all the way throughout the body, which means your body will be rigid, and therefore when you do the muscle up, your transition will be nice and smooth and you'll come as a single unit rather than your upper body being engaged and then your lower body being disengaged. So having that body tension all the way throughout the transition of the muscle up is really, really important. So I highly stress that you squeeze your glutes, you keep your feet together, your knees together, squeeze your quads and you point your toes. Having this body tension, again, will enable you to move solidly as one. And try to keep your legs as straight as possible with no knee bend. I'd rather you do like an L-sit muscle up. So rather than you do a tuck muscle up where you tuck your knees in, you whip your legs up while keeping your legs straight. So glutes tight, your feet together, your knees together, your hamstrings are tight, and you just whip up doing like an L-sit kip rather than knee kip. So that will be the next progression on from the kipping muscle up. So yeah, if there's one thing that I'd like you to take away from this is to squeeze your ass. Very, very important. I've taught this to many people, and this is the differentiating factor from a crappy kipping muscle up to a strict muscle up. So here, my friend beforehand, he just had a kipping muscle up and it's chicken wing as well. And in one session he came in and he said, "Pat, how do I do a strict muscle up?" I just tell him, squeeze your ass very hard, keep your feet together, and he just went and done it. That's all there is to it. Okay, so the second reason why you can't do a strict muscle up is because you're not doing box muscle up drills. So what the box muscle up drills is that you're placing a box, such as plyometric box or any kind of obstacle in front of you to stop the over-reliance of kipping. Now, as you can see in the video, I have a plyometric box right in front, and then I'm just doing a muscle up while keeping my glutes engaged, my core engaged, my feet together, and I'm just doing the muscle up. I notice how much I try not to kip. I literally try to pull my leg back rather than swing it forward when I'm doing the muscle up. So if you're a beginner, you just start off with having a box further away, and then you would do this for a max of 4 reps, okay? You wanna keep the reps low so that you can really perfect the form. You can even start off with doing resistance band, as this will now help you with the decreasing the resistance on your body when you pull up. So this will help you to really focus on engaging your glutes and keeping your legs together. Or if you don't want to use resistance band, I've never used resistance band, by the way. I just literally use the box and I gradually move it back further towards me as time goes by. And a little story of how I actually got the strict muscle up was unintentionally. So one day I was at the gym and all the pull-up bars were all taken. It was really busy evening in the gym. And all that's left was that pull up and the dip station. You know, them ones where you have the pull up and then a dip all in one. And that's the only place where I could train calisthenics, because at that point when I was about 17, I just stopped doing weighted stuff. I only done strictly body weight, and I would muscle up on there, and then I just realized, oh shit. So keeping body tension to stop my legs from swinging forward, so keeping my glutes tense and having that obstacle in front of me has stopped me relying on the kipping muscle up. To be honest guys, you are probably stronger than you think you are, okay? So if you actually try to put this obstacle in front and try it, you'd actually surprise yourself, especially if you engage your glutes as well. So to recap for this, as you get stronger, move the box close towards you, and also the hand transition is quite important as well as you do the box muscle up, okay? You don't actually need to have a false grip for when you do strict muscle up. You just have to have like a slippery, chalky grip, right? So as you come up, you just rotate your wrist really fast, kind of like a smooth forward motion. So as you pull, glutes tight, lean forward and roll. And then you'll be on top of the bar. try it. Let me know how you find this in the comment section below. I'd love to hear your thoughts. So moving on to the third reason why you can't do a strict muscle up is because you're not practicing explosive movements such as the explosive chest to bar pull-ups and the explosive straight bar dips. Now with the muscle up, right, it's two movements. You've got the pull and the push. We'll just ignore the transition part. It should be three, but you've got the pull and the push, right, primarily. So it makes sense if you work on your pull-ups and your straight bar dips to really condition your body towards having that strict muscle up. So of course, the more explosive your movements are, the more smoother and more sleek it will be during your muscle up phase of the transition. So, which is why I recommend you to practice the explosive chest to bar pull-ups and really focus on doing full range of motion. What I mean by that is when you come all the way down, you lock your arms out, you don't go like this. A lot of people, when they say, yeah bro, I'm locking my arms out, their arms are still like bent. Bro, when you lock your arms out, you're like this, bro. And your shoulders should be elevated. Your scapula should not be engaged in full range of motion. It should be elevated and elbows are not bent. So full range of motion, and as you come up, try to touch your upper chest to the bar. So exhale as you come up, inhale as you come down through your nose. So exhale as you come up. So do this up to about 6 reps, and same with the explosive straight bar dips. So we're going to keep the reps relatively low to compensate for the explosive movement. So with the explosive straight bar dips, you're going to lower down until your lower chest or your upper ab touches the bar, and then exhale out your mouth. Explosively push out, squeeze your core, squeeze your glutes, keep your legs together. Okay, very important to practice these movements. So both the pull-ups and the dips with your feet together, your glutes engaged. I don't want to see your knees bent because that shows that you're not really engaged in your legs. Keep everything tense. Remember, you're moving as one unit, not upper body and then the lower body just dangling there loose. So work on these two and really think about the breathing, okay? So if you get the breathing right, you're pretty much 70% better than the rest of the people who don't actually know how to breathe properly when they're doing calisthenics, because I think breathing is so important and it's really the underrated factor. Breathing could enable you to exert more force, do more reps. It's just amazing. So when you actually exert the force is when you should exhale out. That's a general rule of thumb. So pull up, dip, exhale out. Inhale through your nose as you do the eccentric, and then exhale as you concentric. So moving on to the fourth reason why you can't do a strict muscle up is because you're not doing weighted pull-ups. Now I'm putting this as last because it's not as important as the first three. I mean, because if you can do a muscle up, it means you're still at the beginner's phase. So I'm assuming that you can do about 10 reps of pull-ups, but not exactly 20 reps of pull-ups going on unbroken for about 3 to 4 sets, which is, I don't really recommend people to start jumping on weighted calisthenics too fast because it could cause injuries. Your body, your tendons, your ligaments and your muscles are not conditioned for the extra load being put on to those muscle fibers. And I've also talked about this topic in another video where I discussed about bodyweight calisthenics versus weighted calisthenics. So I'll put a link to the video here in the cards, so make sure to check it out. Obviously, doing weighted calisthenics pretty much means you're pulling more than your own body weight, and by doing this, you're gonna fatigue your muscles more and train them to become more stronger. So when you actually do bodyweight movements, you feel like, oh damn, it's lighter. So I'll give you an example. When you go for a run with like a backpack or a weighted vest, obviously it's heavy because you've got weighted on, but when you take it off, you start to feel like you're walking on clouds because of that resistance. So this is what weighted calisthenics will help you with. It will overload your muscles, your joints, your tendons, your ligaments, so that when it comes to body weight, it will just feel a lot more easier. So the ideal rep range is a maximum of 5 reps, minimum of 4 reps. So 4 to 5 reps is what I highly recommend to choose a weight that you can do for 5 sets, that you can average it out for 5 sets. For me at the time when I was about 17, 18 was 50 kg pull-ups for 4 reps for 5 sets. Now previously beforehand, I didn't actually train weighted pull-ups. I just managed to do it because I really focus on getting my body weight strong. So the threshold, if you watch the previous videos, the threshold is to be able to do 15 to 20 reps of pull-ups unbroken for 5 sets. Then you'll be worthy of doing weighted calisthenics. I want to put this in here anyway, just so that those who can actually do 20 pull-ups unbroken for a couple of sets can have a chance to explore this path of doing weighted calisthenics. And lastly, the fifth reason why you can't do strict muscle up is because you're not incorporating isometrics into your routine. So what is isometric? An isometric is when your muscles are contracted but they're actually not being lengthened or shortened. I'll give you an example of an isometric set that I'd like to do and I like to teach all my students is to do, for example, 5 pull-ups followed by a 3-point isometric hold on the last rep. So what that means is you're doing 5 pull-ups and on the last rep you hold 5 seconds with chin above the bar. Five seconds head just below bar. And then 5 seconds dead hang. Now the benefit of doing this is that it will increase the time under tension on your muscles, which basically means you're working your muscles for a longer period of time during the set. And the implication of this is that it will overload the muscles and will cause them to become more stronger, more explosive, and have more endurance for when you do your muscle up. Now I would assume that if you can do a muscle up, you'll be able to do 10 reps of pull-ups easy. So I'd recommend you to do a minimum of around 5 reps and work your way up towards being able to do 10 to 15 reps of pull-ups and then add in isometric holds. So you're going to start off with minimum of 5 on the 3-point holds and then work your way up towards being able to do 10, 10, 10 3-point isometric hold. And again, with all these movements that I've talked about, you really want to keep your feet together, your legs straight, and your ass squeezed, and your core as well. So this will really condition you already towards the strict muscle up. So that is it, guys. So if there's one thing that I would like you to take away from this is to squeeze your ass when you're doing a muscle up. And comment down below what you think would be most useful to you and that you're really looking forward to try. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Also, let me know what kind of videos, tutorials you'd like me to produce next. I'd love to share my knowledge because I feel it is my duty to help and inspire as many people as I can through fitness, through calisthenics, as it is my love, my joy, and my passion. This is what I love doing and this is what I find joy and fulfillment in life. I literally look forward to making these videos, so I try to make my videos as best as I can to teach you guys what I know so that you can fast track your progress towards achieving your goal. Just putting it out there. So I thank you so much for watching and I'll catch you in the next video. Have a good day.